there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym.
And you know, a lot of times when he says certain things on social media, I say, you know, he's to me, he's still a kid.
I mean, y'all.
No, it was a
downfall.
Yeah, it wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, my our relationship, because it was more things that doing, like.
He scheduled a fight, I think.
Mike Tyson delivered a fiery defense of Gervonta "Tank" Davis during a recent interview, going as far as tearing into Floyd Mayweather in the process. Tyson praised Davis as a truly exceptional fighter with devastating power, saying he's already earned his place in boxing history. Tyson expressed full confidence that if Tank keeps performing the way he has been, he'll soon rise to the ranks of legendary status on par with the greats. He commended Davis's aggressive style, fearless mindset, and consistent hunger for dominance. In doing so, Tyson subtly took a jab at Mayweather, making it clear that Davis doesn't need Floyd to build his legacy and suggesting that greatness can be achieved without being tied to someone else's shadow.
What do you think about people comparing Tank Davis to you? I mean, what do you think about that?
Tank's a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do you think about this comparing him to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. You know, he's a top dog, no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrio is a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he couldn't do it.
Speaking candidly with Stephen A. S. Smith, Tyson didn't mince words when asked about Floyd Mayweather. He openly described Floyd as arrogant, suggesting that Mayweather might be losing touch with reality. According to Tyson, Floyd has developed an exaggerated view of his own importance, which separates him from humility and the truth. Tyson said he's concerned about Mayweather's obsession with being the center of attention and his need for public validation, interpreting it not as confidence, but as a reflection of deeper personal insecurities and detachment from self-awareness.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about Floyd?
Awesome fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
Mike Tyson also took aim at Mayweather's financial habits, particularly his constant display of wealth. Tyson pointed out that while Mayweather claims he's simply enjoying his success, the non-stop flaunting of luxury items might actually signal deeper financial trouble. Tyson warned that repeatedly showing off riches could be masking something more unstable underneath, implying that this kind of lifestyle might not be as secure as it appears. For Tyson, relying on material possessions to define self-worth is not only short-sighted but also risky in the long term.
Hey Mike, how you doing, man? What's up? Hey, professional party thrower Adrian Broner goes across the country, gets charged $10,000 a pop. He used to be a boxer. Would you ever do that? Like, would you want to come to my house and cut the turkey? How much would you charge to cut the turkey at my house on Thanksgiving?
30 cents.
30 cents? So you do it for free practically. Adrian Broner, I think that's a good career for like a boxer trying to promote himself as a party thrower. 10 grand.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hey, you have any advice for Mayweather? He's spending a lot of money right now.
Have a ball.
Enjoy it, huh? That's what you do.
With a smirk and disbelief, Mike Tyson shared his thoughts on one of Mayweather's most recent exhibition bouts, an event he felt bordered on absurd. Tyson found it baffling that Floyd would choose to enter the ring against a much larger cruiserweight, calling the fight more of a sideshow than a real contest. The mismatch, according to Tyson, damaged boxing's credibility, making it feel more like a choreographed circus than a disciplined sport. He suggested that these spectacles erode the integrity of boxing and reduce it to empty entertainment.
The exhibition.
Facts. Super facts. It was, yep, the exhibition.
This exhibition
I think Floyd should keep on trying. I don't think he should fight a fucking cruiserweight, you know, but I think he should continue fighting guys his weight. What the fuck is he doing, okay?
That was crazy. He did it. He got past it. Don't try it no more. And move on to something different. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Fight Pacquiao again or something. Keep in shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because that was a
He should have, you know, now that we're thinking now, he should have had Paul lose a lot of weight.
Echoing Tyson's sentiment, veteran analyst Stephen A. Smith voiced his own disappointment in Floyd's recent opponents. Smith said these exhibition fights are doing nothing to protect or extend Mayweather's legacy. Instead, they turned the sport into a spectacle that lacks true competition. He warned that boxing isn't a scripted movie where the hero always wins, and by facing subpar challengers, Floyd risks turning his storied career into a parody. According to Smith, these matchups value celebrity over substance.
He's one of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. I just see some of these things, and this is just my personal feeling. When you're that great and you're that elite, no one deserves, not just anyone deserves to be in the ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky III, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt, who that was his name, or Hulk Hogan, okay? This is not...
Tyson was especially outraged by Mayweather's repeated claims of being the greatest of all time. When Floyd suggested that even legends like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson himself couldn't compare, Tyson saw it not only as disrespectful but delusional. In his view, greatness isn't solely measured by an undefeated record, it's defined by the legacy a fighter leaves behind, their cultural influence, and the ability to inspire millions. Tyson emphasized that being undefeated doesn't automatically make someone an icon.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
What do you think about Floyd talking about greater than Ali?
He's very delusional. If he was anywhere near that realm of great Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself.
There you go.
Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he's talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kid alone to school by himself. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Thank you, sir.
Continuing his critique, Tyson offered personal insight into Mayweather's obsession with materialism. He cautioned that constantly flaunting wealth may not just attract envy, it could lead to isolation. Tyson stressed that relationships and authenticity matter more than status symbols. If Floyd keeps putting luxury above loyalty and companionship, Tyson warned, he may find himself lonely despite being surrounded by riches, admired but not truly connected to anyone.
What lessons do you think Pacquiao and Mayweather could learn from you in terms of life away from the ring?
Well, Floyd seems to be going through some stuff like me right now, you know, like realizing no one's his friend and everybody's probably, even though I even hate to say it, maybe everybody's kind of a little jealous of him, you know, because he is Floyd Mayweather. I know these other guys got their money, but this guy is the champ of the world, you know. It's hard to compete with that. So he's pretty big on those scales as far as on the celebrity scale. So he's gonna realize what life is all about and what friends are all about, and realize that we only have a few of them. And sometimes they're the only ones we got. They may not be the ones we want, but they're the ones.
Despite the barrage of criticism, Tyson did give Mayweather credit where it was due. He applauded Floyd's performance against Conor McGregor, acknowledging that even after leaving professional boxing, Mayweather maintained his composure, skill, and razor-sharp instincts. Tyson admired the way Floyd controlled the fight and showcased elite conditioning. However, he also noted Mayweather's belief that his undefeated streak and personal brand marked the peak of boxing, a perspective Tyson found self-serving, especially as new stars like Davis start to emerge.
Well, I commend Tyson because he's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. You know, he's a legendary champion. And the only thing I have to say about Mike Tyson is Everyone is always trying to judge Mike Tyson. He lived his life the way he wanted to live his life. No one can say what they would have done if they were in his shoes. Boxing will live on. You know, it's the Mayweather era. Not just myself, but the Mayweather brand. You know, I have my own style, and And what I made cool about boxing is not taking punishment.
When asked to compare himself to Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson didn't hesitate to draw a sharp line. While Tyson admitted that Floyd is talented, he said Mayweather doesn't strike fear into opponents the way Tyson did. He argued that psychological dominance is crucial in boxing, and that Floyd's style, although effective, lacks the raw menace and intimidation that once defined Tyson's era. It was a clear message that Tyson believed fear was just as much a weapon as fists, and Floyd never had that edge.
I got a question for you. One question. I am Mike Tyson in his prime versus Floyd Mayweather in his prime.
Ooh,
that's
a great question. I'm probably 50 pounds heavier than Floyd, so I don't think we'll ever fight. No, we can never fight. We're two different
we can only see that in the video game. So I wanted to know, what's your thoughts? And also, when you see Floyd now, do he remind you of him? Do he remind you of yourself when you was rocking?
Yeah, to a certain degree, not totally, because he's not menacing. He's not a threat to the fact that he can hurt somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not that guy. You know what I mean? He's not going to hurt somebody. He's not going to go into a store and drag somebody out the store or do something ridiculous.
That you might have done.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything ridiculous like that. He's going to have somebody probably, but only because in a situation like that, when everybody loves you, you appear that everybody loves you. You don't know who really doesn't love you. You know, you're never going to have a chance to be at peace with yourself and to know who you really are, because there's too many people talking to you. Yes, from the outside to everybody, yes, doesn't look good. Yes, doesn't look good what's going on with him right now. You know, we could all be wrong, but from what we're seeing from the outside, things don't.
Tensions reached a boiling point during a heated press conference when Mayweather publicly responded to criticism from Gervonta Davis. Floyd downplayed Tank's accusations, calling him immature and brushing off Davis's claim of being manipulated. Mayweather attempted to paint Davis as emotional and impulsive, but the move came off as defensive. Rather than clearing the air, Floyd poured fuel on the fire by releasing a targeted video that many viewed as an attempt to discredit Tank's image. What had once been private friction was now a full-blown public fallout.
Tank vents out on social media. He's been through a lot, throughout his life. But I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. Saturday night we had a game plan, and a lot of times when he says certain things on social media, I say, he's to me he's still a kid, and when I was that age, I probably would have did the same thing. I didn't have a Floyd Mayweather to stand behind me and tell me, about what's right and what's wrong. He got the job done, but my hat off to Ryan Garcia. Tough competitor, tough fighter, and the best man.
The rupture between Mayweather and Davis has exposed troubling patterns behind their once close relationship. Davis spoke out, claiming that his time under Mayweather's mentorship was less about support and more about control. He described being micromanaged, publicly criticized, and manipulated. Davis said that the financial gifts and fame were tools used to keep him obedient, not signs of generosity. These revelations painted Mayweather as more concerned with preserving power than fostering talent.
Set you off because he was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like,
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come.
Rumors swirling around Mayweather's lavish lifestyle have taken a darker turn, with new reports alleging that he's failed to pay for expensive items during trips abroad, particularly in Dubai. These claims suggest a disturbing pattern where Floyd enjoys the perks of wealth but avoids responsibility. If these stories hold any truth, it could signal mounting debt or legal troubles that may tarnish his image and endanger his long-term financial stability.
A bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. So whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried to screw in the wrong people. But let me know what you guys think to this. Do you think that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai? Or do you think this is just Tank Davis staring up some stuff? Let me know in the comments. As always, a like, a favourite, save a share, all appreciated. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Peace out.
Adding fuel to the fire, Mayweather has reportedly dismissed Davis's potential to become a major pay-per-view star. These comments were seen as unnecessary and spiteful, especially considering Floyd once positioned himself as Davis's biggest advocate. Critics viewed Mayweather's remarks as stemming from jealousy and inability to let go of the spotlight. By downplaying Tank's future, Floyd only highlighted his own fear of being overshadowed by a rising star he helped shape.
And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis that guy?
I truly believe at this particular time, he's one of the guys that can go out there and become a pay-per-view star. I think to become a superstar in this era is a lot easier than the road I had to take over 20 years ago.
You had the hard road.
Yes.
The social media now, the access
Yes,
that people have to your videos and what you're doing, you can promote yourself how you want now.
Yes. So, you know, in today's time, you have celebrities and stars that I may never even heard of, but they're rich off of social media. So times have changed, and you have to be able to change with the times.
When did you feel like a star? Going back to yourself, when did you have that moment?
Me? Oh, man.
Like I played football, so I had a moment in my life where I thought, you know what, I know I'm top player, but when was the moment you felt that?
The moment that I felt it, from day one.
Davis hit back hard, accusing Mayweather of being threatened by the success of the next generation. According to Tank, Floyd's behavior reflects deep insecurity, not pride. Rather than celebrating new talent, Floyd appears to be clinging to dominance by undermining others. Davis warned that this strategy may preserve control temporarily, but it's bound to backfire. The more Floyd tries to suppress the next wave, the more he damages his own reputation in the long term.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did he really think Pedraza was going to beat you?
He didn't know how good I was and how I would have handled the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think he did?
He was hurt. He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Benavidez. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You're next in line. This way you're next in line.
Is there like a
last question, guys?
is there like a love-hate war? Like,
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he, cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, and it just I don't know.
The most shocking twist came when news broke that Mayweather had been advising Frank Martin, an opponent preparing to fight Gervonta Davis. The idea that Floyd would share insights about Tank's strategy and habits with a rival sent shockwaves through the boxing community. It wasn't just a betrayal, it was a sign that the rift between Mayweather and Davis had deepened into something irreparable, driven more by resentment than rivalry.
Fighters, he loves to embrace guys, so what was being around talking to Floyd? Like, what has Floyd taught you about fighting, and has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. You know, go do it when, cause 9 times out of 10, we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, you know, like, cause you know you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running. That's a lot of the times your opponent sleep. You know, it could be little things that'll take you to the next level. You know, that Floyd, a person like Floyd, like if he tell you that, you gonna take a lot of heave to it, and it's gonna give you a different type of motivation when you doing it. He could show you something, you know, and it could be the same thing. You know, you might not be able to do it like him, but just it coming from him, it'll give you like a different type of like feel about yourself.
From the very start, Mayweather took credit for discovering and launching Davis's career. But as Davis rose to stardom, their dynamic shifted. What began as a partnership rooted in mentorship slowly turned into a struggle for control. Floyd's public remarks often framed Davis's achievements as his own handiwork. But Tank wanted to be respected as an individual, not as an extension of Mayweather's brand. Their relationship, once full of potential, ultimately collapsed under the weight of ego, control, and the hunger for independence.
Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
That's all for today's video. Stay connected for more explosive boxing stories, drama, and insider interviews.